Hello and welcome to the Late Life Lesbian. On this channel, I share support and resources and content to help women who have realized that they are truly lesbian while in a relationship or married to a man, and they are on the journey of coming out and embracing their true selves so that they can live as they truly are. So my name is Emily, and I am a late life lesbian myself. I was married to a man for 11 years. We had a son together, but ultimately I realized I was truly a lesbian. So we got divorced. I came out, and I am now remarried to the woman of my dreams. Now in this video, I want to share with you how I realized I was a lesbian while married to a man. So for me, my story starts way back even when my ex-husband and I started dating, and even before that, to go into things and kind of share some of the background. What I have learned and figured out is the way I was raised, my upbringing, the exposure that I had all played a role in me not realizing my true sexuality. So I was raised in a conservative Midwestern area, and I had conservative family and parents, and had a conservative upbringing, and I had a religious upbringing where we went to church every Sunday, and I didn't really have any exposure to, gay or lesbian or anything like that, and any comments I did have or exposure typically wasn't always the most positive. So for me, I grew up just thinking, oh, there's just no way that I could be a lesbian. It wasn't even really a thought in my mind. But fast forward to meeting my ex-husband. I met him when I was 18 years old. I was a senior in high school, 18, so still very young. He was 21. And we started dating, and I was doing all of the things that I thought that I should do, that I had planned and prepped and prepared to do. Many of us were raised, including myself, with this idea that, you find a man, you go to college, you get married, you have kids, and you live happily ever after. And I never really questioned that. I just thought, yeah, that's what I want. And so I met my ex-husband. And while we were dating, I guess I kept making a lot of comments about attractive women. And he called me out on this. He noticed. And one day was just like, Emily, I think you might like women more than you realize. And I immediately denied it. It was just, no. I just thought they were pretty, and I was complimenting them, and I thought maybe, you would think so too. I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I'm the cool girlfriend who is not threatened or bothered by other attractive women, and I'm commenting on it and thinking, again, really just thinking I'm the cool girlfriend. But, he said to me, some people do like both men and women. And if for some reason you do, that's okay. So this was the first person to ever sort of acknowledge this and validated this as an option. I had never even thought that could be a thing. And so I kind of still continue to deny it in that moment, but it made me start to self-reflect, and it made me start to think, do I actually find women attractive, or, is it just that I did think the girls were pretty and I was just commenting? And the more self-reflection I did, the more I realized that I felt I had a legitimate attraction to women. But again, I was very young. And at this point, like he said, that, some people could be attracted to both and it's not a big deal. And so that's what I thought. I thought, oh, okay, cool. I'm attracted to women, or, maybe I'm a little curious and I have some interest in women. So we continued on dating. Ultimately, he proposed. We got married. And again, even at this point, I never really thought that I was doing the wrong thing. I never thought, or I was never marrying him because I felt I had to. It was at the time what I wanted to be doing. And I just thought, okay, cool. I'm just somebody who also finds women attractive too. But for me, this continued to grow and grow and grow over time. And the interest and the attraction became stronger and stronger. And so a variety of things happened throughout the course of our marriage and our relationship that ultimately led to a point where somewhat of my sexuality, but some other stuff that was going on, it came to a time where, my husband at the time, my ex-husband said, if we're going to figure things out, he's like, you have to figure out how you truly feel about women, and to decide, like, was he the one that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, or was this desire for women just always going to be there and always going to be a part of this? So we kind of had some turmoil, but at this point, he gave me like a hall pass in our relationship, consider ourselves separated and, taking some time. And he said, you figure out how you feel about women. So I did, because I agreed, and I felt that this was important to know. I didn't want this part of me to keep coming up and keep affecting our marriage, and I felt that I needed to know. So I got on a dating app, and I connected with a woman. We met up, we went on a date, and after that one date, I knew that's what I truly wanted. I knew that's what was missing. I didn't even know that was truly what had been missing really until that one moment. But that's what it took for me to go, I know that this is always going to be a part of me. It's always going to be a factor in our marriage and relationship. And truly, what I desire is to have a woman for a partner in my life. So I shared all of this with him, and, I told him that I felt the best decision for us was to get divorced because, if this was always going to be a factor, I did not want it to continue to affect our marriage. And I realized I couldn't ever truly give him exactly what he wanted because my heart and desire and my interest lied somewhere else. And, of course, he couldn't give me what I wanted or needed because I truly wanted to be with a woman and he wasn't a woman. So that for us led to deciding that we should get divorced, and that is how I came out. And for me, I knew that I wasn't bi because when I had the opportunity to be with a woman, and then after we separated and I continued to date women, I've never had the desire to be with a man again. Men are great. You guys, if any guys are watching this, guys are awesome. I think you're great as friends. Love to sit and have a beer with you, talk, hang out, but that's it. Like, I only really view men as friends. There's not the physical attraction. I don't have that want or desire for a romantic or intimate relationship with a man. And so, but I have all of that desire and want for a woman. And I'm now married to my wife and completely happy, fulfilled, satisfied. There is not a thing that is missing from my life and from our relationship. And so that has allowed me to also have a much happier and healthier marriage and relationship because I feel fully satisfied in my relationship with a woman. So that is how I realized that I was truly a lesbian and not bi or queer or anything else, because I truly am fulfilled and only have the desire for being with a woman. Whereas when I was with my ex-husband, I always had this other part of me that was at play. So for me, that was how I figured out my true sexuality while being married to a man. So now if you were on this journey and you're questioning or you're in the same situation and you're looking for some support, be sure to check the description in this video for links to my website. I have a support program on there and a community space where you can connect with other women, and just some support and resources available there. So check the description below. Website is thelatelifelesbian.com. And of course, check out my other social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Connect with me there for other content. And I look forward to getting the opportunity to help support you on your journey.